everybody! So today here's what I thought might be fun. I want to follow through on that idea of sharing my favorite glowy blushes. I've been examining my collection and I've definitely found some good ones, both high-end and drugstore. But I thought perhaps a good way to give you a little something extra in this video, in the spirit of back to school, is to share kind of a quick makeup routine, an all drugstore makeup routine that just doesn't take a lot of time, using products I really enjoy. I feel like I've done a couple of somewhat low maintenance looks lately. One was the Flesh Beauty video, another one was the products on the bottom shelf in the drugstore, but those videos kind of both kept with a theme, and it wasn't all like purely whatever I would naturally pick necessarily. So I thought today let's pull together the quick look, and then at the end I'll expand on this blush idea. If you've been absent from some of my videos lately, I've really been getting into blushes that have a little bit of a glow to them because I feel like they totally do a two-step thing. You know, they're blush, but they also can be capable of looking like highlighter. So it's kind of like a lazy person's highlighter blush, you know? Wait, not lazy, an efficient person's step that they can take there. So anyway, let's jump into a little drugstore full face here. I've got my Aveeno. This is my Positively Radiant CC cream. It has SPF 30. I really love the finish of this, and I think this comes in just a couple of different shade options, and I don't expect a tinted moisturizer to come in the most broad shade range because these are more of a light coverage product that sort of can fit a lot of different skin tones under their umbrella, but they do need more. You know, they need a deeper option. Something that does have a good range that I do like tinted moisturizer wise is that Complexion Rescue from Bare Minerals, but I'm trying to keep this a little bit drugstore here. And this is one of the products when I was having a lot of skin issues. I felt like this was nice and gentle on my skin, but it gives such a beautiful glow. Oh, and here's another option if you don't even feel like using a tinted moisturizer. Another quick and easy approach is just to put on concealer and then buff on some mineral powder if you have any of that. And I'm gonna go to my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C5. I was looking through my drawer like, what's the best drugstore price range concealer that I can use here? And so this is the one. Put that everywhere, on the melasma, around the nose. Got a little blemish down here. This has been just such a fantastic product and shade for me. It can tackle all of my needs. And you could say, well, you could have just as easily have blended in a foundation in the time it took you to blend out that tinted moisturizer, and that's true. But I do feel like the tinted moisturizer is a bit more foolproof blending-wise. It's just a little easier. You just don't have to think a lot about it. There's something very low maintenance about tinted moisturizers. Trying to keep it moving, trying not to ramble too much in this one because, you know, time. Here's a powder that I really like. I think it's fantastic quality. It's the LA Colors Mineral Pressed Powder. I wear it in Fair. I feel like the whole range runs a little dark. The texture of this powder is so buttery, creamy, soft. It's absolutely wonderful. If you're looking online, you might see other versions of this, other powders that might look similar to this from LA Colors, but it's the LA Colors Mineral Pressed Powder. Really phenomenal. And so I just use this with my e.l.f. complexion brush. And just because we want to do quick makeup doesn't mean we want to sacrifice the staying power, right? So I do think I personally benefit from setting my look a little bit. And there's not a 100% absence of glow here, you know, I've still got a little sheen to the skin. While this powder does tend to mattify, it's not in an unnatural cakey sense, so I love that. If I'm really hustling with my look, I might skip bronzer, and because I feel there is so much radiance and life that comes from these particular blushes I'm going to be talking about, bronzer can become one of those skippable steps for me sometimes. So here's one that I want to use. I want to spotlight something other than the Thrive one and the Makeup Revolution one that I've been talking about a lot, but this is from Found and the color is Rose Glow. Found is a newish brand in Walmart, and I'll talk more about this in the end of the video, but you see this swirl? It's practically like it's highlighter and blush actually swirled together, and that's a great sign that you're gonna have a really glowy blush. This is my EcoTools Precision Blush Brush, and I wind up getting this really pretty kind of berry type glow on the cheeks. This is a little more colorful than both Thrive and the Makeup Revolution, yet it still contains that beautiful glowy factor. The tops of my cheeks that are coming most in contact with the light, they're picking up on the most glow, but you're really seeing some color as well. But isn't that so pretty how you can achieve that look of blush and highlight all in one step, and it looks healthy, it looks pretty? I'm gaga over this concept, you guys. Like, it cuts out a whole other step of the makeup routine. You know, if anybody were to guess they might think I put highlighter on, but no, it's just a blush. Lately, my go-to brow duo has been purely Drugstore. It's just the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in deep brown, and then my Brow Stylist Boost and Set from L'Oreal. I wear that in dark brunette, but I'm just gonna fill in a little bit here. I'm gonna make it snappy. I may not take as much time as I normally do. I'm gonna try not to get into any epic monologues about Dawson's Creek right now. Maybe that'll make things go faster. But lately I've been trying to fill the brow just a little bit higher than I normally would. Like I have the brow hair there, and sometimes I neglect that area for whatever reason, and I fill in a little lower in my brow, which is not necessarily my best look. Like I look a little more lifted and alive when I do it this way. I don't know, I've just been liking the way it's been turning out. So I just put it in, I brush through, and then I just snag a little bit of the Boost and Set just for like staying power purposes. It doesn't really affect my color too much because I apply it so lightly. Camera decided to totally cut out on me as I was getting going there. They're like, eh, I'm over it. I've seen you do your brows enough. For eyes, we're gonna make this really quick. We're not gonna use a big ol' eyeshadow palette or eye primer or anything. I'm going back to a Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Bad to the Bronze. I know this isn't my original one that I had. I've repurchased it, I guess, once. But these last really, really well, I feel. And it can make kind of a good one shadow look. As you can see, I'm just using my finger here. And I'm gonna sort of just gently drag any excess up to my crease area. And one thing you can do to further soften it is take a synthetic brush and just kind of lighten it up a little bit there in the crease. Sometimes things want to cling a little bit to your finger. It can make the blending a bit harder. This is called the Crease Prep Brush. Again, I just get a little on my finger, swipe it on. If you've got any great like little shadow sticks, that can be a nice thing to do. I don't feel like I have a lot of Drugstore price range shadow sticks though. Concentrate it on the lid, get a little extra, whatever's left, blend it up into the crease, and then just buff over that crease. And then if you want to look alive, you got to put this in your lower inner rim, the Ultimate Brow Highlighter from Wet n Wild. Amazing Drugstore find here because this lasts really well. It's not a pure white. It's got a little pinky beige in there, so it definitely helps. And then I don't care how you slice it, but eyeliner can be tedious, and I frankly feel like my lashes will stand out the most if I don't even have any liner there. Like they just, the full length of the lash shows up more. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on some CoverGirl Supersizer mascara. Great for length. Another kind that I would highly recommend would be my Lash Paradise. I just feel like I'm kind of running low in my tube right now. And this is another mascara that I can kind of get away with wearing this on my lower lashes if I want to and not be too worried about it smudging down under the eye. This is a mascara with some good longevity. But I'm basically doing 2 coats here on the upper lashes. Then for my lips, I'm going to use one of my favorite shades and one of my favorite formulas. And I did mention this in my Disney Princess video. This was Belle's shade, and it's the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine Lipstick, and it's the Varnished Rosewood shade. Best description of this is like, it's a hybrid lipstick lip gloss. It's so shiny. So it's another product that does kind of cut out a step. If you always apply a gloss, I think you're going to think this looks pretty dang glossy. So comfortable, so gorgeous, and this is a shade that even if I'm doing a light makeup look, I don't know, this doesn't feel out of place on my face whatsoever. You know what I mean? Let me get it all on here. See how somehow that color just kind of makes sense with everything that's happening on the face? Like there are plenty of times that I've done a barely there eye and then boom, red lip. You can see that in the last video that I posted. And it's pretty, but there's something very approachable about this look. A little more effortless seeming, you know? And then if I'm really in a hurry, I would strategize and be like, can I get any second day hair out of what I have going on up there? Yesterday I had kind of a wavy look, so I think I can. But yeah, that's my finished look, everyone. It's super low fuss and easy. You know, we evened out the skin. We gave ourselves a little radiance in a very easy manner with the blush highlight sort of combo there. Got some mascara on, a little cream shadow. A cream shadow that actually sets and wears a long time. And a beautiful glossy lip that we didn't even have to reach for a separate lip gloss for. So now I'm going to tell you about some of my other favorite glowy blushes. So if you've been missing out a little bit, these were sort of the original originators. This Thrive blush in the shade Rosy kind of got me onto how much I love a blush that has just a little glow to it. So there are speckles in this and it looks very illuminating on the skin. I'll link below to any specific videos where I've worn any of these, but the glow is just so beautiful, and the more you build it up, the more color you see, but also the more glowiness. So love that one. And then I've also loved this one from Makeup Revolution. It is in the shade Radiant in Rose, and it's kind of like two blushy looking colors plus a highlight here. And this is very creamy. This is a little less pinky and more of a muted rose color here, but the same sort of level of glow, I'd say. And then of course today I used the one from Found. This is available at Walmart. Color is Rose Glow. I've tried a few things from this line. Not a lot of it impressed me, but I did really like this. And something to keep an eye out for too, just as far as any blush that's gonna give you that glow and radiance on the skin, look for swirls. Some of those mosaic style products, you know, that seem to sprinkle in a highlighter tone within a blushy tone. A lot of baked format products like this appears to be also. That's where you'll find a lot of that swirling going on. Oh, here's another one that I've held on to for a long time. It's the Blush Crush Baked Blush from Hard Candy in Living Doll. This kind of reminds me of the look you get from the Thrive. It's a really fresh light pink, but it's very, very capable of catching the light and giving off a nice glow. Now these I think are discontinued, and it's a shame because it was a really great product that Maybelline had out, but I thought I'd bring it up in case anybody's out there shopping their stash and is like, oh, I forgot I had that. The Maybelline Master Highlight in Coral and Pink Rose. I know there were some other shades as well, but this is exactly what I'm talking about with that format that incorporates nice pigmented color, but also some lightness and glowiness. There's that Pink Rose shade. If I can find these, I will link to them below, but those were so pretty, and the color they gave off was pretty intense, you know? Here's another like long-standing great blush. It's definitely along the lines of sort of a corally peach look, but Hot Mama from The Balm. I mean, is this not the mother of this whole concept here? This has so much glow to it. In fact, why don't I layer up a little bit? Yes, let's do it. Pick up a little bit of this. Obviously we're layering on top of more of a rosy blush, but the sheen here that you can get is so nice, and it can look even deeper than you expect, you know, when it's not in full light. But is there a fresher look than a glowy blush? I mean, tell me. No. Oh, here's another thing to check your collection for. Any Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks? Great idea. I have a full size here in Nectar. I have several others that come within a palette. One is a gold, the bronze. Bronze is a great multitasker, but there's a rose colored one too that's good for this. But here you can see the whole thing is glowy. Like every finish in here definitely has a sheen to it. You can dust your brush up through that shade as well and get even more, but I mean, it is Glow City, but it still gives you a blushed look. And then the last one I want to mention is from Too Faced, and this has been a long time favorite of mine, and it's the Pink Leopard Blushing Bronzer. And this has those speckles of pink, as you can see in there, some deeper shades, and also a lot of this lighter tone. This light tan is rather glowy. It's kind of like a highlight in there. And whenever you put this on your cheeks, you get this beautiful kind of pinky bronze glow. And I'll try to work this into some future looks so you can see that again. It's been a while since I've used it, but I feel like there's a little more depth in the look of this than most anything else I've talked about. But yeah, hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you all who are heading back to school, whether you're students or teachers, have a great school year. Maybe you're just a busy person day to day in the workplace, or you got kids, you're at home and you need to throw together a quick look. This can satisfy me. It doesn't have false lashes involved, doesn't have a big dramatic eye, but I still feel really happy with the look. I feel like the skin kind of gets to be a star here with this look, because we really got that all nicely evened out. And then of course the beautiful glow. This is what happens when you layer the Found blush with the Hot Mama. Thank you again, everyone, and I will see you very soon. Bye.